feel very hesitant to post support games because sometimes I never really know what to say or do. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying supports are boring or that I'm dumbing them down to very easy characters. Very surprisingly, no one decided to ban Floryn, so I thought this would be a good time to play Floryn. Other than spending quite a bit of money to get a few of her skins, I think she can be a really fun support in the right teams. Originally, I wanted to use her collector skin since I haven't played Floryn in a while, especially considering that she's banned. But then I saw that 2 of the enemies were using Sanrio skins, and I was like, content. And either way, this could be a gameplay for the people who are deciding if they want to get this Floryn skin or not, especially since it's the most cheapest one to get. Now obviously, for the people who want this skin, something you have to know right now is that Floryn is one of the most banned heroes. In Mythical Glory and above, her ban rate is 67.90%, meaning that most of the time, she's inaccessible in rank. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say their team comp is a counter for Floryn, however, they do pose a few issues. Floryn is a very vulnerable character. She doesn't get her heals off in time, she's basically dead. What I mean by healing is not reaction time, I'm talking about intervals. For example, when you throw out your first skill, you have to wait until it comes back to you for it to heal you. Or your ultimate has 2 intervals, and it's not instantaneous, so the enemies could burst you down in that few seconds. And that's exactly what I'm scared of. Enemies have a lot of burst, being Roger and Clint. And they also have a very annoying XP laner, and Angela, which enhances all their abilities. Last but not least, they have Chang'e. And if we leave any lane unattended, best believe she'll eat all the towers. Now, I just want to elaborate a little bit more on my build. Just so you guys don't have to skip to the start, I'll add it here. Now, Flask of Oasis and Fleeting Time are literally a standard for most healers or shielders. So those 2 items I cannot change. And I don't think Glowing Wand, aka Anti-Heal, is good on Floryn. Her only form of AoE is her second skill, which is very slow and clunky, can easily be dodged. Now, although you can target someone with your first skill, it's only 1 enemy. If you're going to buy Anti-Heal, probably buy Dominance Ice. And in my build, you can see I have Winter Crown. I don't always buy Winter Crown, but sometimes I buy it when they have enemies like Glue, or someone who can easily burst you down. I buy Winter Crown to guarantee my ult, because once again, all you have to do is ult for your team. If you die, at least you would have ulted. That's the important thing. If you don't want to buy Winter Crown, actually if you don't need Winter Crown, I think the best way to build Floryn would be to buy 2 Holy Crystals, maybe Blood Wings depending on your playstyle. Or else you could just buy Defense if you really feel like you're struggling to survive. Now, I just want to say, this is just my opinion and you can build whatever you want. Once again, I'm not the best Floryn player, or I barely play Floryn, so take what I say with a grain of salt. If I make a mistake, I'm very sorry, but these are just my observations. And if there are any Floryn mains, you guys can feel free to correct me and also make a few points in the comment section. I would love to hear some tips. Now, since the turtle has spawned, I'm pinging to my Ruby to let me take one of the minions because I want to get my ultimate to almost guarantee the turtle. Although Floryn's heals are not the best in the early game, it's not like my teammates have really high HP, so the heal will be noticeable, although the numbers are low. Either way, point being, if you can get your ultimate before the first turtle, then it will be much easier to secure objectives. Now, here I thought I would take a few hits from my teammates, especially considering that Roger and Chang'e's basic attacks kind of hurt, and since I can easily heal myself, I wasn't too worried until my HP was low. Then I was forced to use my flicker. However, we still get a few kills, and hopefully now we can get the turtle. So for now, it's a really good start. For now, I'm just gonna stick with our gold laner, because I feel like my teammates have the means to defend themselves. I feel like Moskov is a little bit more vulnerable, so I'll aid him for a little bit. And especially if you want to secure the win, if your marksman is fed, then it's even better. This was a little bit of a risky play, and I kind of underestimated the enemy's damage. However, they play a bit passively and decide to flicker out. Glue is also nearby, so I have to be careful. I think if he saw me before Xana, he would have went for me first, especially considering I'm low HP. But I do have my ultimate and I ult for my team. Now when it comes to Glue, don't attack him when he's attached on an ally. I know that Helger was dead. One of the ways to counter Glue is by making distance. If you're really far away from his first skill, he can't push you in. And I kind of thought that's what Helger did. However, it turns out he wasn't far enough. I saw that our Moskov was kind of struggling against Clint, and Clint didn't want to back down. But I stunned Clint, and I was trying to tell Moskov like, hey, maybe we can kill him. I think the safest option here was to wait for my ult, so Moskov didn't have to risk as much. But I do end up killing Clint. All's well that ends well. I'm not sure if this was the correct choice. Other than Moskov, Vexana was the only one who was low HP, and I'm obviously not gonna ult to save one teammate. Although again, Moskov is 1 HP, but he's not in the fight. That's why map awareness is important, not just for the enemy team, but also your own teammate. Though there was 2 people low, know who's in the fight and who isn't. I think in this scenario, saving my ult was actually the correct play. Vexana was guaranteed dead because she was inflicted by Blue's ult, and she was being focused by the entire enemy team. In this case, Moskov was actually thriving. He managed to kill off a lot of the enemies. They probably lowered their guard. Now again, I'm not sure if I should have tried to save Vexana, but I'm just telling you guys what I think. So here I was standing still because my cats were kind of distracting me. They came up to me wanting to play, so I looked off my screen for like a few seconds. My apologies. I don't even think Ruby needed my help. She's more than capable of dealing with their jungler. Here I thought I would take a few tower shots because I'm not the one being attacked and I can easily heal myself. I know I said don't attack Blue when he's attached to an ally, but I threw down my first heal because I can give Vexana Flask of Oasis. And here, I wanted to heal her again, but I used a jungle creep nearby instead of attacking Blue. Although she didn't survive, at least the effort was there. I really didn't expect Blue to be in this bush, especially since I drew down my second skill in the middle of the bush. saw that Ruby was gonna try old Clint, and knowing that we can chain CC him, he's basically dead. By the way, I also managed to get a killing streak in this game, surprisingly, because Floryn's not the best at getting kills. Well, obviously because she's a support, but Floryn's skills are very inconsistent. It's kind of like you use them once and you have to wait a while. Her cooldowns are really long. Now at this point, I'm like, I don't want to drag the game on because their late game is really good. Mind you, they don't have just one marksman, but two. And they also have Chang'e, which benefits from having a lot of items. I noticed the Roger was trying to push our bottom tower, but then Moskov ulted. There was no point in me going back. We lost our tower, but at least we didn't lose the game. We should try to take the Lord now. Very sad that I didn't get legendary, because I was one kill off from it. Would have been really cool since I never gotten that with Floryn. Having 7 kills in a row is also really good. Ruby and I's KDA is very close, but I feel like I was kind of robbed.